Okay, forget the silliness. Forget silliness. What was the name of that? Room 222. Okay, we're just going to go here and we're going to delete forever. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it happened. Just give me a second to think. When I see one person here, maybe I'm going to start in 2 or 3 minutes because there's only 2 people here. Oh, there's one person here. Crazy things. When? Such a big question. What when is? Oh my God. Like there's this crazy thing going on. It's called Bitcoin or that funny money. And it's like on a rage. And the reason I talk about Bitcoin and the rage is because of some of the articles I've been reading on the stock market. And now they're implementing new rules and new regulations because of what happened in apparently they say in a Reddit post. Most of what I speak about already comes from articles online. I don't know who wrote the article. You can ask anybody who knows me or some people that know me. Well, not all the people that know me, because some of the people won't say what I'm going to tell you, what some people do say. Who's that actor? I don't know, but you see him all the time. Yeah, but I don't remember. I don't retain his name in my head. I don't retain his name. I watch a show. What did you watch? I don't know. I watched the show. I have no idea what the name of the show is unless I put my mind to it. When you don't put your mind to things, how can you know? If you don't put your mind to something, if someone's talking to you and you don't hear because you're tuned out from what they're calling you, you're tuned out of that zone, and there's nothing wrong. You shouldn't be put down. So I'm getting to what they were talking about the stock market. And I'm saying, oh my God, if that's true, what they're talking about. So they made changes. They made changes in the stock market. Apparently, people on margin, they're watching more of some of the individual accounts and not the big accounts. They're watching more of the individual accounts, people like you and me, because, you know, for you and me, they put a sign at every bus stop. And they say, if you have a gambling problem. And then you look on the floor and you see a pack of cigarettes. He says, if you have a smoking problem. And then you buy something, you buy this, you buy that, you buy that. And if you have a problem, just call this number. But I want to show you something, because it doesn't matter what you have a problem with or what your thing in life is all about or where you get that vibration. In every single package that is marked, there is something that can harm you physically or mentally. Is there anything missing? Is physically mean internally physically, as like in a cigarette? That will internally manipulate your body, as the cigarette manipulates your mind. So your mind is happy, but your body is sad. And at what point will it reflect on you? That gives you an obligation. Will it reflect on you on your lungs, on your yellow teeth? Will it reflect on you with your bad breath? Or it's coming out of all kinds of pores in your body because you've smoked so much, you smell like an ashtray, even if you're smoking outside. And it doesn't matter what you're smoking. And it doesn't even matter if you're smoking at all, unless you're smoking hot, and then you still have a problem. Because you can be next to a fireplace somewhere and there's smoke inhalation that's going inside of you. You have to be careful about everything in life. Rules and regulations that are put upon people are because not people are not careful, people are careless. And it's because of the careless that the careful pay the whole price. Now, don't get me wrong. I just took it out of the ledgers of bits and pieces. The ledger system. Saw it on this level, saw it on this level, saw it on this level, saw it on this level. In fact, I'm going to go back to the 12 disciples. I saw it on the level of the 12 disciples to each and every different way that each disciple explained the situation. And how come all the disciples and all the books that were ever written all have the same stuff inside of it, or basically like 90% of it is like all exactly the way it is. If, ands, or buts, if instead of Lord, it was God or King. You're in my way. Watch out for the crustaceans. You a Jew? Apparently, you're not supposed to eat real seafood. But that's okay. Tell me why. Is it because the lobsters, they connect AC/DC? But did you look at the lobster? The lobster's turning red. How much electricity can you put into these two hands? What voltage that makes this lobster turn an orangey red? Orangey red lobster. What about the pig? Arnold the pig? Arnold Ziffel? What pigs do we talk about? Are we going to talk about, how about Wilbur? Wake them up. Only one person watching. I'm not tooting the horn, but I will toot the horn as long as it's not 7 o'clock, the end of Bitcoin's first hour. Oh my God, Bitcoin just hit 46,000. That is sick, crazy. That is sick, crazy. Oh my God, I can't believe it. That is crazy stuff. Wow. What is it going to change in my life? I had a thought that if ABC were to happen, then I can increase my wealth. This is one of the thinkings that everybody has that has an addiction. So I'm looking at this and I'm reading the stories about GameStop, and I'm reading to what happened to some of the people when they took too much margin, went over their head. And that also means not going over your head. It means using up all your money. You only can put so much money in so many places. And you only can have so much milk that you can drink before it goes to waste or you give it away. So that's where it comes into paying it forward. The pain. I don't like that light in the background here. I'd like to put this up in the background, something like that. Or how about a whiteboard? Put up that in the back. Put that up right there. There you go. Lean it against the lamp. That's ugly. That's ugly. Whoop! There goes the lamp. Hold on a second. Whoa. I have to throw that out. Yeah, just perfect. Right up against the heater. Just perfect. Right up against the heater. Right up against the heater. You mean it's a baseball? You're pitching it? And it's a heater. Probably a fastball. That's why they call it a heater. So now every time you hear the heater in the Bible, you think it's a fastball. And then you think of all the best fastball pitchers. You know what's funny? In baseball, that the minute you throw a guy 3 strikes, the guy who catches the ball last throws it all the way around before they give it back to the pitcher. And where does it come from? First to second to third? Does the shortstop get it? And does the third throw it the first? Because the third throws it the first and you go all the way around. You just created the letter G. Oh, God. Otherwise, all you're creating is eye to eye, eye to eye. The moon to the sun or the moon to earth. The catcher to the pitcher, to the catcher to the pitcher, until somebody swings and hits that ball. It's the catcher to the pitcher and the catcher to the pitcher. All of a sudden, somebody goes on first, but who is on first? World Health Organization, who is on first? What's on second? That would be XLRU is on second. Who's on first? XLRU's on second. Who is going to try? Okay, don't forget, he's the first baseman. Is he the runner on first? Because of who's on first, and then who's got something on his base. What does he have on his base? That's going to go to second. Who's on first? What's on second? XLRU's on second. That is CVID in a reverse alphabet. So now we have a whole situation in baseball. And the diamond, there's always counting for 2 to 1. Diamonds count for 2 to 1, and don't ask me. I'm going to show you why. Because everything that I talk about has already been created. Other than taking the information and then unscrambling it, and then shuffling it all up. And here is a diamond card. And why I call the diamonds 2 for 1 is because even if I turn them upside down, the only thing here is 5 and 2. If I look at another card, oh, that's an 8 of diamonds. Oh, that's a 9 of diamonds. Oh, that's a 10 of diamonds. That ace is exchanged for number 5. All you need is number 5 and number 6. You don't need the rest. On a dice cube, you only need Yo 11. Because when you have Yo 11, you have creation of the entity. And I'm not speaking my words. I'm speaking the words from the numbers and from the designs, from the artwork that they have put out there. It's in the artwork. It's right over here. You see, the opposite of the 6 is 1. And you can see right through it. See that? It's the only 1. It's the only true 7. And where is that 1? It's in the 5. I don't need the 4 because the 4 is in the 5. The 1 is in the 5. The 3 is in the 5. So I don't need 1, 2, 4. And that says bad. Bad E. Baddie. You're going baddie? Happened in Wuhan, right? So you take the 5, and what doesn't show up anywhere is the 6. So these two is 11. So in the crap game, they're always saying Yo 11, Yo 11. How do you spell Yo? Is it Y and O? The 25th letter representing Earth or the heart? Or 1/4? 1/4, 1 and 4 represents what is your DNA, in which the same numeric value, one step forward, multiplied and added. 4 times 1, 1 plus 4 is 4 and 5. Whichever way you want to put it, gives the multiplication of 9 times 5 and 9 times 6, 4, 5, 5, 4. And that is the numeric value that says FOX, Fox, 666. O is the 15th letter, X is the 24th letter. And in that, they call it love. The reverse of the O and the V is the L and the E, and that is love, 3645, love. 3645, how about 5634? 7 come 11 to the red sun. Fractal truth, greetings, greetings. So we had that one, yes, 1/4, and Yo, the O letter. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the starlight's last gleaming? I don't know. Okay. So that's Yo. Yo is 15. 15 is Mars. It also represents 1/4, but 1/4 of the clock. Only 1/4 of the clock. That means there's more of the clock to make up more of the time. That means the 1 minute we run here, we must be running minutes all over the place because we only got 1/4. Even when we have 4 quarters, we only have 60. We do not have 100%, but 100% of the 60 seconds, in which once we turn that into 100%, the bottom numeric value that I'm using right now is 90, which is 1.5 times 60. But 60, when you have a full 60 seconds or the full 4 quarters, how do we bring that to a different level? What value? Since Earth is a quarter, you would have to bring Mars, I think, to I forget what number. I have to write it down and look at what the math looks like to see how the time is manipulated. Because we're talking Mars, Earth time as quarters, because Earth is a quarter. Mars is number 15. So we have 4 15s equal to the 60 seconds. So that would be Earth's time. So what does it mean Mars time is? I'm using 96 seconds for Mars time. 09. 90 is January, our birth after the Christ in December. There's other changes in that. Okay, there's other things that will go on in that. And we'd have to look at, I like to look at the Hebrew calendar to see when the last moon before and after the birth of Christ on the 25th. So we have Yo 11, we have love, the word that comes together. We have this dice cube where 5 and 6 came together. 5 times 6, 5 plus 6 equals to 41. 4 and 1 come together again. And Grover Cleveland, or sorry, Grover from Sesame Street, hanging on a pole with a sign with a light above him, and the light keeps moving. Okay, he keeps chasing the light, keeps chasing the light. He's on this side of the light, that side of the light, right? One light, one energy, spreading the energy to two sides. Spreads the energy to two sides, telling the cloud what it's telling you. The cloud knows what it's telling you. You take the information of what you know that came from the cloud. It already has it. You mix it up in your head. You send it back over to the cloud. The cloud takes it, sends back out the energy and the light that come back into you, and you can continue thinking. So anyways, we had that Yo 11. We had 5 times 6, 5 plus 6. We only need 5 and 6 because 6 has the H-I-N-Z inside of it. One of the reasons I mentioned Bitcoin and I like to look at it is because they talked about ledgers. And in the Matrix, they talked about ledgers. So because they talked about ledgers, because Bitcoin they have to follow Bitcoin for ledgers, now you got a system in which you can run every single camera in this entire world, every single car in this entire world, because of 28 apparently million Bitcoins. I don't understand where the money is, but anyways, everything that keeps going up usually comes down and is spent for the same and a different value, but forget about that. It's the ledgers that keep all the information, and you take these ledgers and you individualize them to certain specific areas. So now they have to break down these Bitcoins. It's got to make a couple of 100 million Bitcoins so you can have easier single-digit transactions without the decimals, because the decimal points eventually somehow for me get all mixed up with matrix, because once you have decimal points in the matrix, 741258, I think that's the number. When 741258 without 369 come together, when these 6 numbers come together in any order, okay, it's always a divisible of 7 in order to get that. Try it. 3 divided by 7 equals, or let me get a calculator. Three divided by 7. Let's clear that. 4 divided by 7. Whoop. Hold on a second. 4 divided by 7 equals 271458. No 369. Now we're going to clear that. We're going to go 5 divided by 7 equals. And then you're going to get always those same numbers. No 369. 7 number, no 369. Everything is specific with a calculator. Completely specific. What's your favorite number, bro? Well, you know what? I'm born on the 4th of the 10th month. So my favorite number is 10-4. I understand you, or I don't understand you. 10-4, but I hear you. I'm communicating with you. Roger Rabbit, got my ears on. Everything's just great. And my birthday in the Hebrew calendar is Tishrei. And if you say it backwards, Tishrei, okay, ray, meaning it could be the sun ray, could be a lot of things. But one of the things that I like to say about ray is Tishrei is Tish backwards is shit, and Ray is king, and that would be the shit king of light. Where was I? I was talking about the numbers here. I was talking about the diamonds and the baseball diamonds. Yes, and the baseball diamond we were on, and who was on first? They threw XL Rue over to second. He's on third. Who's on third? Just go over that. When they said the good Lord gave it to us in the word, we don't care who the good Lord is. Do we care who the good Lord is? He's on first. So you have to get by him to get the second. Why would you put your ball in the field? So there's a whole game going on in words we speak to an alternative reality. We spoke about the diamonds, and even in the cards, the only cards that really count, okay, is, I'm going to show you. I mean, we probably did this before, right? It's a little discouraging to see just two people here, but that's okay. I have to keep it out of my mind. To keep it out of my mind. Our basic thing is, why am I here? I'm here for the truth. That if we can discover and uncover a way to find out where the truth is all the time, it doesn't matter what anybody tells us. We'll always know the truth. And we need a platform to start at. Doesn't matter where it is. We need a little wedge that we can find the truth out somehow, somewhere. Like if you were home and your child, your 5-year-old child wants to find out the truth. Well, let's give him something in his category. I'm going to give him the color red paint, and I'm going to give him or her the color orange paint. Okay, orange. We're into the universal time now because everybody is in it. Because when you go to the bathroom, it's there. Doesn't matter what sex you are. There shouldn't be a boys and girls. It should just be the bathroom. That's what it is. For certain reasons. I'm saying this for a reason, because of Shit King. So these are the 3 cards that we use. And for the same reason, this dice cube, okay, this number 1 is played in number 5. When it comes to the card, okay, when it comes to the card, the 1 is in 3 as it's in 5, but the complete 5 is inside 9. So forget about the 5. We don't need the hold on, we don't need the 3 card, because that 3 card, okay, is part of the 2 card. We take away the ace card and the 3 card because we're going to keep the 2 card, and the ace is now partaking here. So our whole story is right here. That's our story. 2, 8, and 9. 9 times 8, 72. 8 times 2, 16. 2 times 9, 18. 9 times 8, 72. 9 and 8, 17. 17, 27 come together. 18 and 19, the angel and the spirit come together. 17, you stand. 18, you are born. 9 times 8, 72. They repeat 89 again. The birth in the heaven of the 2 moons. Mars. You see 2 moons? There's a whole design in here, and it looks like a tie. Don't forget these images over here. Just because they're smaller, it's just your design is going to be a little bit different. I haven't worked on this design yet. Don't forget, these can be buildings if you drew straight lines down here, down here, down here. And then I don't want to do it on the card, but I will do one right here for you. I have to rewrite all of this. Wow, I don't have a pen on me. I'm not very happy. Just give me a second. I can't believe I don't have a pen. Okay, just give me 1 second. I had something to do while I'm doing this. I'm taking a 1-minute break here. I have to move my mouse around and do something. So I have to move my mouse. Okay. Just give me a second here. I'm going to just finish off what I'm doing. Okay. So here's the diamond. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find back my camera. Is this camera upside down? Why does everything look upside down? Well, this light should be over here. 1 second, 1 second.
Okay, too much shadow. So here's your diamond over here. So when you draw a line like that on your diamond, you end up with that building. So no matter where you see a diamond, and if you see a circle, okay, if you see two circles, maybe these two circles should be connected together somehow, telling a different story, how they get bridged together. TX, what does the X do? Finds the happy center between all. Remember we were talking about the 6, and then the other side is the 1? Or what if it was this way? Then the center would take up all areas. What if they were all individual blocks or connected blocks? We talked about this earlier. -1 + 1 -1. How do we do that? -1 + 1 -1 -1. Why? What's going on here? You notice there's 3, but over here there's now 4. So there's a whole game. This is your DC. One of your DC designs. Let me do that again. We are going to take the center over here, right? A circle cannot really turn around the circle. We must do something else to the circle. So we take the circle and we do that into the circle. Then we can put our key into the circle, and then we can put the shaft around it, and it locks in. And then you put your lock bolt inside of here, and now you are no longer free roaming, but now you're controlled. So I don't like this page. Ugly. Don't like to do that. So there is your C, and there is your O. There's a lot of things with C and O. I mean, the R is this, but most of the time you'll see the R like this. So is it the D or is it the O, or somehow are they the same? Well, D4, O 15, 1 + 5 = 6, 1.5 times 4 = 6. But 60 seconds times 1.5 = 90 seconds. There is, I need to get to 96. What times what? 60 divided by 96 equals 625. 25 times 25 = 625 times 41 = 25,920 Mayan end cycle of 18 and 20, 38. The church creation of the pliable, the gold. We have the gold here, we have the silver here, and almost at the same level, we have the bronze. And what's funny is the bronze looks like gold and has silver in it. And this we call the game. Let me just try and fix the light a little bit. Too much light, right? And this is the games. Winter and summer. Game. Games. I don't know what it means yet, but it's circles. How these circles are all connected. The Olympic is telling a story. It's supposed to be amateur, really not pro. So there's a whole story that they're telling you. You're not supposed to be a pro really before in the Olympics. Now it's a little bit different. Everything has changed a little bit different. It used to be, but it's no longer like that. It used to be, but it's no longer like that. The same thing with, there's just a whole lot of categories. So I showed you the deck of cards, 9, 8, and 2. 9 times 8, 72, times 2, 144, which is an equivalent of 12 times 12. We always have to come back with 12. The 12 or 21 is the yo 11 to the student,
right? Don't forget the age 21, you're allowed to get your free roaming spirit. Drinking alcohol is known as a spirit. How to open up the mind. I'm a little bit hungry. I want to thank you for watching. I'm going to try and come back a little bit later. And I really don't want to do it. It makes a lot of noise. Maybe during the day, one day on Saturday, I'll give it a big flute. But for now, thank you for watching the video. Say thank you. Anything else? I'm going to be back a little bit later and see what I can come up with. There's a whole lot of things. I didn't finish the baseball. Who's on first? Hold on. I didn't finish the time clock of the 625 that I showed you because now we need 90 divided by 60. Hold on. 90 divided by 60 equals 1.5. 96 divided by 60 equals 1.6. Okay, 96. Just 1 second, I got to get the door. C'est qui? Ok, ok.
C'est ça qu'on parlait.
Ok.
C'est tout d'ailleurs pour la...
ici, là, pour
Ouais,
le
comme
coin
quoi
de...
tu
Ok, merci. Oh, je vois pas. Ah, ok.
C'est ici.
Il n'est même pas capable de marquer mon nom.
Monsieur Villeman.
Merci beaucoup.
C'est toi qui t'as mis là.
Ah, peut-être c'est moi.
Ok, c'est merci.
Et là.
Ok, merci.
J'ai hâte de voir.
Ouais.
Tu penses que tout le monde est pareil?
Oui, tout le monde
Oui,
est
moi, la même chose que toi.
ouais, c'est la même
Oh,
chose.
ok, ça c'est le
On a toujours.
l'enregistrement fait
Puis,
L'impôt.
l'impôt,
Les
puis...
deux,
Oh, il y a
donc,
trois chemins.
oui. Les deux, il y a deux, il faut que tu signes. Les
Ouais.
deux. En jaune, il faut que tu signes.
Ensemble.
Les deux en jaune. Puis l'autre, c'est pour ton impôt. Donc, je trouve 31, là. Ça,
Ah, ok.
Ouais, les deux, j'en
Il
ai.
manque vous autres 15 pièces aussi?
Oh, oui.
15 pièces, oui.
Ouais.
Vous autres?
Tu veux rire de moi. C'est 50 pièces.
Ça, bah oui, vraiment, 50 pièces.
Ah ouais.
Tu vas l'envoyer là. Ah oui. Ouais.
50 pièces.
Ouais. Puis quand il appelle, là,
J'ai signé mon nom, refus
Ah oui.
d'ordonnance.
Puis là, c'est y aller, là. Aller direct au show de... Oh,
mais
ouais.
il va appeler, il va
Ah non, moi, de toute façon, c'est. Si la banque sont comme ça, là, quand on donne tout le monde, là.
Moi, je veux qu'il fait mon laveur sécheur, il change mon toilette, il change mon chose, après on va dire.
Non.
J'ai raison.
Mais est-ce que tout le monde est sur la même chose?
Je sais pas.
Je sais pas, normalement, c'est pas bon.
Ok.
Et là, on va bien savoir, on va bien.
Ouais.
J'aime bien savoir si c'est honnêtement fait. Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres choses dans ça ou non? Pourquoi il est devenu vegan maintenant?
Ouais. En tout cas, ça prend du
Et as-tu vu mon plancher dans la cuisine?
Non. Ah, tu l'as changé?
J'avais des trous dans le pédale.
Ah, ok, ouais. Ah, là-dessus, parce que toi, t'as pas de classé.
J'ai mis des tuiles.
Ah, t'as mis des
Ou
trucs.
dans tu check ce que tu fais. J'ai mis des tuiles. J'ai dépensé 500 pièces pour mon
Ah,
plancher.
c'est bien fait, par exemple.
Tu vas voir, Marcel?
Ah, c'est bon, je t'avais
Parce que la dernière fois, c'était comme.
J'ai mis 500 pièces.
Ah ouais?
Ah, c'est bien
C'était
fait.
fini. Première chose, il était coloré.
Ouais.
Parce que j'ai couvert les trous avec le paint pour commencer.
Ok.
Ah, ok,
J'ai dit,
ouais.
oublie ça. Si je demande à lui, il va monter mon loyer. Je dis, fais moi-même. Je reste ici à vie.
Moi, mais
Ah,
pourquoi
ouais.
qu'est-ce que t'as dépensé là? Tu n'as pas réclamé?
Ah.
Moi, tu peux regarder.
C'est de what, là?
Si je le dis de quoi lui, il va commencer à voir. La seule
Il y a
chose,
toujours quelque chose aussi.
moi, c'est
D'accord.
fait, comme maintenant je veux une toilette, lui il va payer une partie, moi je veux une meilleure toilette que juste une toilette de l'enjeu.
Ben ouais, ben ouais.
On va payer l'autre partie.
Ben ouais, c'est sûr.
C'est très difficile,
S'il monte dans s'il fait ça, il fait sur le gamin. On va rester le même temps.
Oui, bon,
Si après 11 heures, je les cite, moi, puis aller en faire
Ça fait 16 ans.
Ah
Ça fait
ouais.
17.
Ah ouais.
Il reste 17 années. Mon sofa, quand tu déroules mon sofa puis tu roules, tu enlèves les coussins, tu vas monter avec dedans. Salut! Bye!
Okay, yeah, I got a little busy. You know what? I didn't even eat. Just give me a second. Let me cook something over here. Or maybe, you know what? I wanted to put something on the oven. Oh my God. So many things are happening at once. Where is my pan? My pan's here. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm going to be there in a minute. I should probably put it in the oven. I've got 2 tickets to paradise. Pack your bags, we'll leave tonight. I've got, you know where paradise is? Paradise is when you know you're safe. That's what paradise is. When you know you're safe, that's paradise. We have to learn when we know we're safe. Not only that, I don't know if you can hear me, that I'm down here. Okay. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Just give me a second. I started this video. I wanted to talk about Tampa Bay. I wanted to take out my rulers and make a few designs. I don't remember which design it was. I wanted to do different ways to do the stop sign, the hexagon. There's just so many things. I just throw myself all over the place, and I really have absolutely no formation. But I'm going to end the video. I'm going to come back a little bit later. I want to wash up. Our basic things that we need is first of all, do we have basic instincts? And what is basic instincts? And based on who? And who's the one to judge what a basic instinct is? You basically know if you do. And the second thing you have to remember with a basic instinct is, are you aware of everything around you? And if you believe you're not aware of everything around you, what will catch your attention, or what needs to be done, that if you're in your own world doing your own thing, that something doesn't catch your attention? And when something doesn't catch your attention, you might not be paying attention to it, and that can get you in trouble. And anyways, earlier on in the video, I didn't want to mention which way. I was going to be speaking about addiction and the way you need that cigarette, and how it hurts you in 3 different ways, and how it helps you in one fantastic way, even when you walk into the through experience. Of course, when you walk into the psychiatric ward, you bring your cigarettes with you. Don't forget your cigarettes. It's okay. We got smoking time for you. Even if your heart is falling out, we'll give you your cigarette. Have you ever seen the crazy things that we shouldn't be having? But if you don't, it might hurt your heart. What is the balance between your heart? You're in a hospital, you want to smoke, you're going to have a lung transplant, you can't actually breathe, and yet they let you go out for the cigarette. Now might be a little bit different. I'm not talking about now, I'm talking before. What the leniency was and why, what it meant. Why is everything so micromanaged right now to every single detail of telling you
what you can do when you're taking away my rights and freedoms. I'm reading you through an article that was that's always popping up somewhere. So if I have this idea of talking, I'm talking off the wall, off the writing on the wall, not from me. I have no experience in everything or anything at all other than what I do. And I don't want to talk about my experience because of my choice and the way I think. I just want to tell you the way I think through the stories I see and just open it up. And you think how it goes through your mind. That's you, not me. Then it can be thrown into a circle and balanced. And we can all look at everybody's different angle. And you know what's funny? That if I want to tell you that you can't change my angle, but you can help me understand with what I'm doing something different, but always leave my angle alone and let me change it myself. The way I think. If you can show me something with what I've said that I'll understand, then maybe the way I think will also change, but you don't have to change my angles and I don't have to change yours. Just have that open mind so that we're aware. Anyways, we were also talking, and I want to go back to this. I don't want to forget this. I just hope whoever's here to remember. And I'd like if you everybody should just download my videos. Just keep downloading them just in case I lose them. No, download these videos. 1.5, okay, is the 96 divided by 60, and the 96 is the 90 divided by, no, this and this come together, and then this and this come together to make up this Mars time. This is where Mars time comes in. And imagine we also get 15 hours and we get 9 hours. This is basically what happened in the football game yesterday. 15 is almost like 13. 1 and 3 equals 4. 1 and 5 equals 6. That's your Earth-Mars switch. Instead of being 2, 3, 3, 4, the link where 2 and 2 come together to create 4, to where 3 and 3 will come together to create 5. 3 and 3 equals 5. 2 and 2 equals 4. 3 and 4 equals 5. Only 1 and 6 will equal 7. I'm not going to get into that right now. So what happens with all this? I'm just going to try and remember if I can put this together. This is our vibration. And after that, it becomes 3, 8, 7, and 6. I have to stay away from this. Forget about, let's make it 12 and 13. 12 and 13. Something to do with the division between the two. One becomes a teen. Now let's leave that aside. 15 hours a day, 9 hours a day is the same equivalent as if I went 90 seconds divided by 60 is 1.6, or how about just saying 16 hours? 96 divided by 60 is 1.5, and that's Mars. So either you're running a 15 and 9 hour day, or you're running a 16 and an 8 hour day, both equaling to 24. 6, 7, 8, 9. All you really need, 6, 9 rotation and 1, 8, 15 and 15. Oh. Okay, let's leave that on the side. This equation will also, see, they both make 24, right? 16 and 9, 24, because for the 24-hour day. So the time comes together. Now, what I also did is 60 divided by 90 equals 0.666. 60 divided by 90. 60 divided by 96 equals 0.625. 60 divided by 96. This is why our math doesn't work. This is why the calculation in the universe doesn't work, because of this. Everything should be 96. We're running everything off of 90. 90 is a direct link to Mars, but we're missing the clock. We're missing the rotation of 6. We're losing 6 seconds. How long does it take for that radio dial to come in? How far behind is a stream? We're missing 6 seconds. And how often are we missing 6 seconds? we're missing 6 seconds, or sorry, we're missing 36 seconds, but I only want to say the 6 seconds between Mars and the higher number to where it makes the chicken wake up at 5 a.m. is up at, chicken is up at 5 a.m. and the chicken is down at the 10 p.m. That is 15 hours, to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 8 p.m. Is it 5 till 8 p.m.? Hold on a second. I have to do this calculation. When the chicken gets up, all the stories come together for a reason. Okay, the chicken is up. When is he up? Forget about the time. A.M. Okay. Does the rooster crow at sunrise and sunset? Sun down, sun up, sun up, sun set. 96 divided by 60, 60 divided by 96.
Uh, 60 divided by 96. Oh, we did that here. Sorry. I get excited. 60 divided by 90, 60 divided by 96. Sorry. I can't. Slow down, sweet chariot, coming to carry me home. How is everybody tonight? We're having 2 for 2 Tuesdays. Cock-a-doodle-doos. Okay, 60 divided by 90. What's up? What's up? What's up? Look, brought my horn with me. Where is everybody? Where are all the human beings? $15, $24, $34, $35, $37, $38, $48 for 9. Is that 50? 12, 13, 26, 13, 13. 11 times 11 times 11. 2 times 2 times 2. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 20T. 02B, 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 B4, 20, 26, 62, 62. Here comes the God and the Queen. It's a piracy. They've been taken over down in Florida, Florida Marlins. Who else is coming down? Few and far between. You know, you can look at that a different way if you want. You can say few and far between. You can say, oh, it was a near miss. Few and far between, right? Few and few, far between. You know, few. Oh, you just missed me. Oh, okay. So we're going to get back onto this calculation over here. Already we did it. 60 divided by 90. Is that the way you would do your math? Equals 0.6666. Just add 2, 3, 4, and you get your 90-degree angle. Your 90-degree angle. The reason I believe, and I'm just going to just do this like this. I'm going to make it neat because I don't want to rip out the page. What happens is this is your 225. Not only is it your 225, it's also your 135. 1 plus 3 plus 5, 225. If you're going this way or if you're going this way. Okay. You ever see in Chinese letters? At the same time, you can say, oh, no, look, it's all the way down there. And here, it's a spinning wheel at the top. How can you make it look? It's all the way down there, right? You can. So, oh my God, it's all the way down there, and here's the spinning wheels on the top. So anyways, this is your 225. On one side of your 225 is 234, and on the other side, it's 216, because we count them in pyramids of 9. I have to go check my fish. Is everybody okay? Is everybody okay?
Okay, I'm back. Highway 225. 9 times 25. Birth on Earth. Where is it? Where is the birth on Earth giving me life of Venus and 1/4? Because 2 is Venus. You start with 1. That's Mercury. But when 1 and 2 comes together, it'll create beta creation. When 1 and 2 comes together, because we start with 1 and 1, a pyramid here in 1 point and a pyramid here in 1 point, and all pyramids need 3 sides. That is the minimum for a pyramid point to reach 3 sides. Otherwise, how do you make a pyramid? You'll be making a teepee. A teepee can be made this way. It's actually a tent. A tent is this way. So I put tent, a tent, the shape of the tent. And it's so interesting because this is a tent. Now, if I put this across in the tent, I have the V until I put this. What is it telling me? Above and below? DC? Above and below DC, you see the point on top looks like a D, the one below looks like a C. Above and below DC, created by the heavens. This stick that goes across is your bar for the H. I don't need the other 2 sticks. I don't need them. I already know what this, if you showed me it this way. No, I got my N and my Z right here. Here is my Z, okay? Straight up from the center and down and up, okay? This will create my H and I. It's just, that's the way it is. This is my tent. Hello, 10. The T God, the link, is the 2 sides. That is the tent, or the dividing of 2 sides. So what's in the center? If you divided 1 to 2 sides, what's in the center over here? Is that where the house is created? So you put it on the outside, then we live in the house. So everything around us has been divided and recreated? Because, do you follow? I'm going to have to show you the design for this.
So we have the TP. Whoops, sorry, we have the TP. I don't know if I want to make it and that's the TP. And then all of a sudden, it's like all of a sudden, like if you would have a TP, you know what? I would have to give it the number 10 and 13, 8, 8 and 11. 8 and 11. 8, 11, 10, 13. Hold on a second. Okay, the 8 and 11 and the 10 and the 13 equals 23 equals 19. And don't forget, you can have that TP and you can raise it off the ground. Oh my God. Yeah, we can raise the TP off the ground. Oh my God. So a TP is two sides. Now we have to know if we're going to bring in these letters, and these letters come in because this letter here, you can just put that on it, and the other one, right? I mean, you just have to put that on it. And then, of course, if you want to just have a straight one or one with a bar, you would either do that or you would do that. And then that would say Heinz, and the total numeric count would equal 57. And Union Jack is created. Union Jack is 73, the same number, okay, as the red sun, but Nibiru. Union Jack, two sides. And when you say tent, would you rewrite that there? T-E-N-T. The entity, the 20 and 5 and 14 and 20. We have 19 between 20 and 20. This will represent ST Saturn, where the spirit and saints come from the sky. Your insurance, 30, 55, sky. The Y alone is your earth, your spirit, and your one divide. So now my question is, does it come divided, this tent? And I said tenth because 5 to the left, 5 to the right, and the body is in between our two hands, our 2 feet. We have the back and the front of the tent. And 10 is what we talk about all the time. But what makes up 10? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. Or 24 equals to 34, which is created by 6 by 4 and 6 plus 4, which is 1.5 times 4 equals 6. 6 times 4, this equals 24, and this equals 6. This equals 10. And should I be doing anything, the total of this is 34, and that's your DC. That's the beginning of your count of Mars. Mars is a count of 17, 34, 51, Mars, 68, the house, 85, the matrix, silver and bronze with the pliable gold. We won't talk about that right now. Then you have 102 Valentines if you want. But when you go underneath, right, you have Earth. And you go underneath again, you have the creation of the two sides, the Christ, the birth from Mary. Mary had a little lamb. And then you go 17 again, and then you get 41, DNA from the sun, beta creation. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. How did this will create your coming in from the sun? It also represents 1/4. 41 is next, and you put another 17, you would end up 858. You'd have the matrix. They come together in these two. One's a Pythagorean count, one's a single digit count. And 17 comes together, will give you 66, and that is your freedom, your woman, and interstate 80 is going to take over on this because all zeros equal 6. So this will be your 86 coming into the house of the 7th gate. Mars. DC Mars. And all these, when you go to prime numbers or wherever you go in your numbers, always remember there's a reason the number is the number. Remember, everything just started from 1, 2, 3, 4. Standard death, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 is everything. Just 1, 2 left, 1, 2 right, upside down, H, I, N, Z, Union Jack. So here we have our 10th, and this is where our 10 comes in, and 10 is a number 39. 39 is Saturn. 39 is S and T coming together. The reason I did this is because what I did is I took the 20s and I put them on the outside, and they're black. And the EN is red. The EN is red, and the other ones is black. So, yeah, so that's it. Just trying to see where else I am. So that's your 17. So this is number 17. This is the 10th. And the reason I'm saying that, because this is 2 sides and then the center. But when it comes to the pyramid, I need 3 sides in order to go around, because a tent doesn't go around. It's from this side to that side. The pyramid, okay, in order to get that point here, that's the next step to a tent. So this, what you see over here, what is a pyramid? Where is the base? Because there is the point, there is the base, there is the 3 walls, and there are the 3 in-betweens where they splice together. Now, if you were building a pyramid that you can carry, or if the pyramid was a ship, a 3-sided pyramid would have 4 sides, right? 4 sides. Three-sided pyramid has 4 sides. Because there is a base. The base is the 4th side directly under the point. Now, there's a whole calculation and reason for all these pyramids and their sizes. I don't know what they are, but just understanding that there's a rule to it. Now, the next one would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides. You can also be talking about badminton, maybe. Badminton, birds. I don't know. Anyways, so this is 4 sides. So 4 sides plus a base is 5 sides. Okay, I don't know what brought us into this. I want to get out of that. We were talking about this. So the tent is telling us about number 10. Okay, so what is the pyramid telling us about? What is it? What is it? The 3 and the 1? Man. It's not number 13. Man is number 28, which is the number to the cycle of the moon that the Hebrews run by. Man is number 13. Is the number 13 because of his bar mitzvah. And there's a switch between a bat mitzvah and a bar mitzvah. One you can do with 2 dice. Okay, the bat mitzvah or the bat mitzvah at 12, 6 and 6, and the bar is 6 and 6 and 1, or 6 and 5 and 2, or 6 and 4 and 3, or 5 and 4 and 3. No, 12. That's 12. But this is 13. And 6 and 4 and 2. No, 11, 12, 13. Hold on. I'm doing 13, not 12. Doing 13, not 12. Hold on. Don't lose me. 6 and 4 and 3. And then it'd be 5 and 4 does not work. So that's all you get. So what about 5, 4, 4? No, this is the only way to get 13 over here. Tell me if I'm wrong. Equals 13, equals 13, equals 13. Now, you play with all the combinations. Now, for number 12, right, 12 equals 6 and 6. Whoop, 6 and 6. How else do you do it? That's it. That's all you can do for the woman. But for the man, this is what you can do. Now, if we want to take it another step further, what you can do with the woman as well, if you want to do it with the 3 parts, you cannot do the male with the 2 parts, but you can do the female with the 3 parts. And you want to get the 12, 6 and 5 and 1, 6 and 4 and 2, 6 and 3 and 3. You can't. So there's no more 6s. Five and 4 and 3. 12. That's it. That's all you can do. Well, what if you did it with 4 numbers now? Right? 2 numbers equals 12 equals 13. You cannot do it. 3 numbers equals 12 or 13. And 4 numbers equals 12 or 13. And one of the reasons for this, using 2, 3, and 4, is because those are the numbers to our vibration. And we don't need to use 1 because in this situation, it's 2 that creates 4. 2 is inside 3, okay, with the addition of the 1. The 3 will carry the 6. The 2 will carry the 5. And the 4 will carry the, hold on a second, the 2 will carry, I'm thinking of what I was trying to think. No, it would carry the 8, the 7, the 6, the reverse of what it is. And what do I mean by it'll carry? It's 2 and 7, it's 3 and 6, and it's 4 and 5. This is the void, and these are the dots. Wow, don't have my dice cube. Oh, here it is. These dots: 7 and 2, 6 and 3, 5 and 4. But there's another one. This is 5, 4, 2, 7. 2, 4, 5, 7. 2, 4, 5, 7. The moon and the day. The moon, the day, the sun, the gateway. Jesus. There's other things to do with this. Anyways, we're going to get off of this. Bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, 12 and 13. One is a teen, which is area space 44. It's also 39 because I can take out one at ease for 10. And then I get Saturn sky 55 freedom just from that situation. This is your pyramid and your base. This is your tent splitting to two sides. Is this my N and my Z as we spoke about? Where is my H and my I? Is my I bent? You see the bent I? I'm gonna draw you the I. Or maybe you want to do the Mercedes that we didn't do yet. And here's the I. It's right here. The letter I, you see it? Oh, no. It's the H. Do you want to know the length of my barn? Do you want to know the length of my barn? The length of my barn? Or do you want to know the height of my barn? How high my barn is? So now I know the length and the height. Goes from here up to there. So all of this tent is going to tell us a story. Raphael 7286 and constellation of Pegasus. I'm hungry. I'm going to try and be back later. I'm fixing an old sick woman some chicken soup, homemade, yummy. Man, what I would give for the old times, except I just don't like the chip, 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 chip. I don't like to hear it. It's too much for my head. I have enough information that passes through my mind when I'm thinking, because if I'm walking and relaxing, I'm thinking. And a lot of times I could be thinking of absolutely nothing. And then boom, I'm thinking, boom, I'm thinking, boom, I'm thinking. You're always thinking. And when you're thinking, if you're aware, okay, it can be troublesome because you can see a lot of things. You can make visualizations, understandings. Anyways, the understanding is now. Maybe everybody understands why the machine is in China, because this is where the tent is. And you see it on every single building in China and Asia, and most of the people come from there. And I want to tell you one thing, it's time. Change is coming, my friends. It's time we learn to believe that there is a difference between what somebody tells you something, what is real, and to take for granted what somebody else. If somebody's going to change your mind or decision in something, there's a problem. If you can think that you're on the ball and you can think on your own, then if you make your first decision of to or not to for yourself, and I will tell you one thing, when they're building machinery or they're making products on the market, I can tell you to go right now online onto the market and look up how many brev that came out that never worked, how many donations from certain institutions that got donations and donations and donations and donations to start out and try this and to try this and to try this, and how many failures to success. I would say 1 in 1,000. 1 in 1,000 is a success, and is it a success 100% of the time? And when you're talking about, if you want to go into things, how do you grow a proper pig? How do you grow a proper tomato? How do you make medicine? How do you make alcohol? How do you make beer? At what point do you start to throw out the beer and throw out the beer and throw out the beer and you go, this tastes good to me, tastes good to you, tastes good to you, tastes good to you, tastes good to you. 9 out of 10, it tasted good. And it goes just as deep, because in every area you go, you know the inspector from the association, from wherever they come, is going to show up at your door. And of course, in the old days, they used to pay off the inspector according to the movies I've watched. And you pay off the inspector and you pay off the inspector until somebody's pocket is so big that inspector is constantly paid off and creates news. He says, I'll let you do it. All you have to do is make the publicity of A, B, C, D about it to make sure you can't be blamed for anything, so that I'm not blamed because I'm the inspector. I got to look good.
Now everybody's under a fine-tooth comb. I know. They got instant replays. There's a story back here. You see this? The cross is going this way. Do you think these two lines are across from each other? This one is showing a distance. The stick above here is maybe showing northeast, northwest, northeast to southeast. And this one over here is going east to west. You notice that stick? They're not straight. Same thing over here. They're all going in directions. This one is a long road out, and this one's a long road coming in. They're all pieces and parts of something else, part of the story. You don't know, and you want to know, and what is the truth? Don't believe whatever you see in the news. The minute you see something is pumped, go and check out the reviews. And when you check out the reviews, if there's not 500 or 1,000 of them, okay, try and figure out where are these robots? Because you can see 10 likes, 100 likes, 1,000 likes. You can pay money to get likes because it's not hurting anybody. It's not hurting anybody, right? If you see 5 or 6 people saying something that you personally know and you know about who these people are and how they think, until they say something because you can really trust them because you know them, that's when their commentary will count a little bit or a lot more than anybody else on any newscast. Because I know the guy in the back of the room. Imagine if I'm sitting at a camera right here and you can all watch the back of the room. And I go, look, the person at the back of the room wants my dice cube. Oh, the other one in the back of the room wants my dice cube. Oh, now one in the middle of wants a dice cube. But the whole thing is there was nobody in the back of the room to raise their hand. But I say it because I know nobody's going to be looking to the back of the room. The hand goes up, the hand goes down. Somebody turns around. They don't know who it is. You say it again, and you say it again. And it's always the guy in the back of the room. So the people in the front start raising their hand because they want to. If the guy in the back of the room can trust it, why can't I? Nobody wants to always be first. And that's what watching news is all about. Watching news. Watch the news. Over time, certain things that they announce or talk about, and go through what was happening in the world at that time. What was really relevant news? And where is all the good news? What is all the good news about? How is the good news always angled? How come we don't get to see that news? How come they... Oh, because... like, how come we... And then it's always about money. It's never about money. It's always about the politic. Maybe a yes or that, we can't find the money. They couldn't find the money before, and now all of a sudden they got a printing machine? And if you give all their money away, do you know what happens? If Canada has $100 and you print $500 and give it to another country, the other country's got more than Canada. And they can buy every single one of us out, and we can have this zero at the end. Unless you change your monetary system, pay nobody off, put borders up all around because you can't let anybody in. They're all pissed at us. We owe them $400. Very, very, the money market. Imagine a normal person wants a normal job just to get garner his wages and pay for his family and eat well and have a good time, not squandering anything, but all of a sudden you have to pay 35% in X's. Oh my God. And then you can't do anything without a lawyer. And then you can't do this without an inspection. And all you want to do is take your money honestly and put it away and save up and try to make a little bit of interest. Not having to quadruple your paycheck every 6 years because everything in the market has gone up because we go outside the country to get everything and we don't need everything that way. Anyways, I'm not getting into that subject. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Well, what do people really do? Robin, say that again because I missed it. I didn't look at the mark. I'm really, really hungry. It's minus 10 Celsius outside. It's with the windshield, it feels like, I think, minus 19. No, it's 19 in the house. I'm not even sure where my temperature thing is. So maybe I'll be back later. This was a long video. I know there's some stuff, but I just know now the tent. So if the tent is it 10, 10 each side? Because now there's a center, or is it 5, 5 each side and 10 in the center? That's where the 50-yard line was brought together in football, or the 55-yard line, because you're counting the inside of the tent under the roof. You see, you count under this side of the roof is 5, and under this side of the roof is 5. That means the whole inside is 10. That means in order to do this roof going up again, like the DNA, like up, down, up, down, up, down, okay, you would make another 5. So you would go 5, 5, 5, 5, or you go 5, 10, 5, 5, 1, 5 Mars, 5, 10, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Or you'd also have to divide these centers to find some more numbers inside of here. So now you automatically have 5, 10. 5, 10 on this side, 5, 10 on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 5. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So this would be 10, and this would be 5, and this would be 5 and 5. Or, I'm just trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is a complete 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the National Monument, I think, is what it is. The center row to each side divided where the doors shut, and there's a dividing wall. If there was a dividing wall inside, you may have to count this for a certain thing of 2, 1, and 1. I'm just thinking. So this whole side here is 5. How would you get 5? Would it be 2 and 2, and then this one for the 1? I don't know. Otherwise, I'd call this wall 10, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and then count this area plus 5. I take away this 1 marking over here, 1, and then I'd use the 1, 2, 3, 4 small. So this would be the 1, 2, 3, the 1, 2, I'm just trying to calculate how to get 2, 1, 2, 5, because this side needs this side of the wall, and this side needs that side of the wall, because all your information is passing in between the wall, shared between each side. So that would be 6 and 4, and 4 and 6, 4, 6, 6, 4. Unless it was, is that what it is? 4, 6, 6, 4, because this is 1 and 1. They have to crisscross. Just like or overlap, crisscross, overlap. Pole barn. Shotgun house. Yeah, sounds. But anyways, earlier on in this video, because I've been here a while and I'm really hungry, but early on in the video, I was talking about 10, 13, 8, and 11 coming together. And this comes together, and as well 26, 29, 28, and 31 come together. And this is in this design over here, the cut shape design. Here and here, 28, 31, 28, 31, 26, 29. And when you drag them this way, it becomes a different way to look at the tower. Different way to look at the tower. Also, representing one of the flags, I'd like to call it Brazil. And where do I get these numbers from? These numbers are from the roulette wheel. And why these numbers
is because they're black. I connect black and red, black to black, red to red, and I do that. There's other things you can do. I have to come up with the ideas, but it's this board over here, this one here, smiley face. It's just doing it different ways. So then there's a whole calculation in this. The calculation where the cube, man, I don't know why I got so much. Wow, okay. Hold on a second. Yeah. Same side of the coin, same side of the coin. The 50-yard line, football, it doesn't matter, whatever it is. I have to stop, I have to eat, because this can never end. It never ends because it was created. And there's a word, and there's an alphabet, and there's languages. And you do it in English and French, and add in a little bit of Spanish, maybe German, maybe sounds of other languages. How about dialect? How about, hey man, how you doing? The way people speak, their accents from different countries around the world, speaking your language with slight errors and mistakes, will lead you on to another leaf, another branch of the nucleus, and all that stretching out of the what do you want to call it? The spider, the nucleus with the spider going out like your brain, connecting, and how Neil Anderson connected. Well, I'll tell you one thing. The only beginning we want is we need the trumpet. We need the trumpet, and we need the one that'll blow it to direct the trumpet. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Okay. Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's today. It's before and forever. But it's forever yellow and blue. Right? It's forever yellow and blue. Of course it is. Of course, everybody knows why, right? Everybody know why? Let me put some of this stuff away. Can't stand, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Put it in there, put it in there, put it in there, put it in there. Yeah, thank God. What was I talking about? It's yellow and blue. And you know why? Because it's today, before, and forever green. Yellow and blue. Forever green, yellow and blue. How do you want to make green? How do you want to make green? How do you want to make green? Eh? How do you want to make green? How do you want to make green? Yellow and blue. Why? Making green, yellow and blue, yellow and blue. Do I have to go to Jamaica to make my green yellow and blue? What are the colors of Jamaica? Yellow and blue creates the green in Jamaica. That's where you have LGBT, because everything goes together, because it's the spirit. Yellow and blue, the spirit. Come in and of the spirit, forever green. That's the question. Is that you or your heart chakra? Thank you very much. Green, green. Green is number 49. Jesus is what creates green. Sorry, Christ is what creates green. And Christ Almighty, because every time I think of Christ, all I keep thinking of is electricity. That's all I think about. I think of Christ, I think of electricity. I don't know why. First of all, Christ creates your 49. And that was the football, by the way, score yesterday of the game, 49. 2-2-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 plus 7 is 14, and 49 equal to 63. And that's your creation of your one spirit half-life. If you minus the 13, the 14, 49 plus 14 equals to 63. 14 minus 49 equals to 35. Electric company. Electric company.
3 is inside of 5 and is created from 3. 5 is created from 3. It's actually created from mirroring Venus. And mirroring Venus through where? Through Mars. You don't use the equipment at the manufacturing facility. You take the equipment from the manufacturing facility, you send it to California. You send the other element to New York City, you send one to Detroit. And then you pick up the telephone. Hello? Oh yeah, I hear you, Detroit. Hello? I hear you, California. And now you got the pyramid set up. Should we go down to the Keys in Florida and set it up that way? So we manufacture it somewhere and you don't make one. But when it breaks down, you got to call back the manufacturer. You don't call back the 3 people it was sold to. So I'm just trying to open up electric company and how the numbers. So now when you have 63, 63 is just as good as 36. And it's a bottom line of creation because 6 already lives with 1. 6 is enlightened by 1, the half-life. 3 as well is enlightened by 1 and is the reverse module of 4, which is the same module that is inside of 6. And I'm talking about, yes, a dice cube. That's it. We run all sections by 5 and 6. I don't care which way you put it. If I put 6 up, if I put 6 and 5 to the side, I'm going to get 3 and 4. DC is running 5, 6. When they're running 5, 6, they're also running 2 and 1. Alpha, beta, Croatia, 1, 2. Where is 1, 2? Boom, right over here. There's your 1, 2. So it's already talking that your 1, 2 that's down here, how can it work? Because it's working with your 3 up here. So I put the 1 down here. All the stories are being told on these dice. I'd have to explain it a little bit better than that. Anyways, 7 times 7, 77 is Christ, which is actually telling you a different story, right? They say this in Hebrew a lot, asher, asher, char, har, H-A-R. This is all the A letter. C, H, and R are in the same family. This is your R, this is your H. This is your C. So in the heaven spirit of creation, the H creates the house, 68 and 18, and 18 also comes with 28, man in the cycle. The total is 46. I always forget what 46 was, but it's 46 that'll create DC. This equals to 26. This equals to 86 through the 7th gate. It's automatic. I mean, this is the Christ, but what they're actually saying is first. And what I really wanted to come and say is, how can we put CHR, CHR, HACHER here, here, AC, C&E, electric company, here, AC first. Electric company, here's the AC first, 13. 1 and 3. Something to do with that. The AC is hearing something first in Christ. That's what that is. That's what that's telling me. And that's the student. That's the student. Number 56. That's the student. Anyways, inside the equation, let me finish the equation. Inside the equation is another equation. And this equation is here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
3 times 5 equals to 15. 3 plus 5 equals to 8. So when you do this example, it connects 2 times, see 7 over here? 2 times 7. Here's a 7, here's a 7. 2 times 7 equals 14. 2 plus 7 equals 9. And this one will equal 23. And this one will equal 23. And this is where our pi, 3.1415, wow, where is that? Oh, 3.14159, 3.1492, 14 plus 15 equals 29. 92, 1 plus 4 equals to 5. 1 plus 5 equals to 6. The sun and Mars. And then you have 1.4159265. And that's, this one stretches to this one, creating this one. Passages and doorways can be smaller on one side, larger on the other side. Okay, tired. Sorry about that. Gotta go. I'm going to try and find. Thank you, Jeremiah, for all the you're in 36. Yes. Thank you, Jeremiah, for that. Yes. 222 yesterday. I forgot to do that also. 20, 02, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be 24, and then it'll be 62, and 26, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 0 and 1, 6 and 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, all about Mars. Now you count it to a single digit, it becomes 1, 6, 12, 14 becomes 5 and 1, talking about Mars. Christ, 77. We did pi. You wrote down, yes, 3963. Absolutely. The 1 of 6 in 9. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to eat. Speak to you later. Ciao. Okay, Jeremiah, you got my ass. Explain, what did I figure out with the 5 and 6? 5 and 6, it's created from number 23 or 15. 2 times. What do you want to do? What? Tell me something about it. 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 1 times 5. 1 plus 5 equals 6 equals 5. So this is going to equal 30, and 11 equals 41 and 19. So it doesn't only equal 41 and 19, becomes 36 and 11 equals 47. And that is Jesus' time on the cross. On. Pi is on. Why do I get to 47 from 41? Because in the sun birth DNA, because it's a 0, you add the 6, the spirit, the half-life, not number 5, number 6, because you get the half-life in between. You get those 2 in between. The crossroads, the 89. The 89. This is the 8. This is the 8. This is the 9. This is the 9. This is the 8. Reflection of 1 and 2. Reflection of 1 and 2. Here is your 2. And in your 9, the reverse of this one over here. Here's your 1. Got a headache. Yeah. Okay. Red Sun. Thank you for watching.